everybody doing? Today I'm going to run you through this MEGUIARE'S headlight restoration kit. I used this about a year ago, so I'm familiar with it. And that's about right. That's about when I did it last year, August, September. One was really foggy like this, and the other one had been replaced and was in pretty good shape. Now they're both kind of getting a little haze to them, so I'm going to do them both this time and run you through the process. Pretty simple with this one, and it does have pretty good effects. Okay, so what you're going to get in this kit, you got 1,000 sandpaper, 3,000 sanding pad, handle, Velcro, and then you got your polisher, your polish, your headlight sealant, which you apply at the end, and your sealant applicator pad. So pretty basic, pretty simple. So the first thing you're going to do is mask off around your headlight. You don't want your polish and especially your sandpaper hitting your paint and clear coat. So with most vehicles, raising the hood will take care of some of that. Okay, now that we got the area masked off, you're going to want to get a little clean water, and you need a clean microfiber towel. And you're going to want to keep this wet by either misting it with a spray bottle or dunking the sandpaper in water. Start with your 1,000, and what you do is back and forth in an overlapping motion, like so. And what this is going to do is remove that heavy film and grit and oxidization that's on this headlight. Make sure you try to get all around the edges. They say to go back and forth. I'm going to go up and down as well. But I will finish going side to side. Just make sure you keep it wet. I can already see the film starting to come off of this. Now this is going to really haze it up. Don't get freaked out. That's normal. You're going to clear it and polish it in the next coming steps. Just make sure you get it real good. Go over it 2 or 3 times. Just to make sure you got a good sanding and a good cleaning. Okay. I'm going to finish it up. Now, take a nice clean microfiber towel and wipe it off. Now at this point, it's going to look pretty bad. And that's normal. Alright. So what you're going to do now, which I've already started, is put your 1,000 grit on and just do the same process. And you're going to start to see it clear up a little bit on this step. You're reducing the 3,000 grit scratches down to a finer 1,000, but it's still going to be hazy. Again, that's normal. And just do the same step. Go over it 2, 3, 4 passes, and make sure you go side to side and overlap. Okay, when you've satisfied your own OCD and you think you got this thing, as sanded as you're going to get it without going through the end of the headlight, give it another dry off with a microfiber towel. And it's going to be a little damp still, so I'm going to let it sit a minute, just a minute or so, to dry up. And you can see there's a lot of residue around the headlight now, where it's sanded off that oxidation. Pretty hazy. Again, that's normal. Now we're going to go to the next step. Alright, now it's kind of dry. Looks pretty hazy. So the next step, they recommend using a electric drill, but these work just fine. Just make sure you got a good charge. It's full charge. They recommend speeds between 12 and 2500 RPMs. But I used this one before. It works pretty good. So what we're going to do is take the Plastic X polish, and we're going to put a nickel size drop on there. Kind of start rubbing it in a little bit. What you want to do is kind of start out flat and just kind of rotate it. You don't want to use the edge. Just use like around this part here, like so. And the more that you do this, and then the more pressure you apply, it does create or the faster drill creates a better cutting and polishing. Don't use a lot of force though. You don't need a lot of force. Just gently work it in like so. Kind of want to do a small area at a time, wipe it off, and then work your way down. Overlap them as you go. Use a little extra polish when you get to a new spot. And just kind of work it back and forth. Like so. And before you move on to a new area, wipe it off. Don't let it dry. Now you're going to see the headlight start to clear up a lot. So I'm going to work a couple more areas, and then we'll come back. Okay, so now I've worked the entire face of the headlight up to the curve. Just wiping off that polish. There, now you can really start to see that headlight shine. I don't know if it's picking it up on the camera with the glare of the sun, but I'm sure you can tell. Big difference. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is just continue to finish up this whole headlight, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Got it all done. Just a light little drop. I used about 4 nickel-sized globs on this to do the whole headlight. Just a little bit more to keep it moist. I'm just going to do a quick over the whole headlight. Hear it squeaking? Squeaky clean. Alright, now I've done it once over on the whole headlight. We're going to wipe it off really good here. Now you can see everything inside that headlight. Really nice. Still has some minor, you can just tell it's an older headlight, but man, it looks really close to brand new. Compare it to this other one, no comparison. And we're going to make that one look just the same. Okay, so you want to get some glass cleaner, and don't use your towel that you wiped off the wax with. You want to get all that residue off of there. So use a different towel, clean towel, preferably a microfiber, so you're not scratching your surface. Get all that off there. Get all around your edges. Buffer clean. Get all that wax residue off. Okay. So now we're going to move on to the final step, which will really shine this light up and protect it. This is your sealer. You can see the dirt that ran down the car. Alright, you're going to take your sealer on your little applicator pad, wetting the top surface here, and we're just going to work our way from the top to the bottom, applying this sealer. I got plenty on there, it's still pretty moist. See it on the light. Just overlap, go around your edges, and just overlap and work your way from the top to the bottom, like so. Just going to go over it again, make sure I get everything coated. Now this sealer will dry to the touch in 15 minutes and fully cures in 24 hours, so you want to kind of keep your hands off of it. Don't drive in the rain. And that's all there is to it, guys. So now we're going to show you the before and after once this dries. Finished up the other side. Look at that light. That is amazing. Like I said, it's been about a year since I've done this the first time, and I only did it on this one because that light had been replaced by the previous owner and it looked pretty good. So I wanted to make a match. Now I've done both. Look at that will improve your nighttime vision. The clarity of the headlights is so much better. This is what I really want you to see, guys. This is before and after.